Welcome to another episode of Technical Earth Syndicate, where we inspire, inform, and entertain you. I'm Michael Buffington.
I'm Chris Stewart.
And this is episode 15. All right. How was your day?
Pretty good.
Well, we made it to our new TES studio. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw the brand new leather chairs. They're pretty nice.
Yeah, they're snazzy. I like it. And and you know, thanks to our production studio and us, because we spent a lot of money on this. All right, overview of the show.
Hey man, M Coast Production just set us up next door to what do you call it, a podcast. They said we could sit in and watch you guys how you work. You know, and they want us to see some professionals. You know.
What? Who us?
Yeah, I'm Eddie Vincent. These are my band members, Zombies of the Apocalypse. That's what I call them.
A band?
This is kind of a bad time.
Hey, this place is pretty nice. You guys must have bought the gold package. Yeah. Hey, you guys got any beer around here? The boys are a little parched here, you know, and kind of got a dry mouth, you know what I'm saying? Hey, come on, guys, this place is come on, guys, here.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Hey, put that down.
Not so sure this is a good idea. Are they?
Zombies? Oh, no. Well, I don't think so. I found them all wandering around off of I-10, the overpass. They're real friendly guys.
Mr. Vincent? I don't know if we have time for... Mr. Vincent, I'm afraid I...
Hey, you guys should hear these guys play.
These guys play instruments?
Well, mostly just percussion, you know. I don't trust them with anything else nice, but they mostly just like to hit stuff, you know. They got pretty good beat. Let's see here.
Hey, get off me! What the hell?
Oh, sorry, man. They get kind of touchy-feely. Just throw them some chips or something to snack on. Anything to distract them, you know what I'm saying? They get the munchies kind of, Oh, here, this'll distract them. Hey, they love the voodoo drum. It makes them feel like they still have a heartbeat again. No, they're really alive, but hey, yeah, you like this?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, they love the voodoo drum. It's a voodoo drum, not a doo-doo drum. That'd be totally different. I'm not sure you can even play that. Hey, you guys, hey, excuse me, you guys like Tom Waits fans? Oh, yeah, we love Tom Waits. He's like the coolest man on the planet, yeah. Oh, we sing all sorts of Tom Waits songs. Here's one of my favorites. Eggs and sausage and a side of toast. Oh, and a roll. Hash browns over easy. Oh, chili in a roll. Oh, chili in a roll.
What's your show about?
I was just doing it, to kind of pick up a new hobby. To wife trying to get me out of the house. Hell yeah. Okay, hey, where you guys going? Hey, leave that lady alone. Hey, I gotta see you guys. These guys get kind of wound up after a song. I gotta go hose them down. Hey, thanks for the beer. Hey, we'll see you guys later. All right.
A band?
Oh, and don't forget to check in with my bi-weekly podcast. What's it called again? Oh, yeah, Eddie Vincent's Zombie Lounge. That's right, Eddie Vincent's Zombie Lounge. We'll see you guys next week. Maybe you can stop by. All right. Hey, we'll see you later. Hey, you zombies.
What just happened?
I think he just took our beer. All right. Back to the show, I guess. Yeah. All right, overview of the show. We got Topic Attack with Steam Big Picture, Alan's Tech Corner with Bionic Body Parts, maybe, and some other stuff. TES review, and Chris, you're going to be reviewing what? Super Hexagon?
Yeah, Super Hexagon and Drakerider, both iOS games.
Awesome. And then TES news of games and tech news, along with some special information about the Kindle Fire, Apple, and Nintendo. So stay tuned.
Commencing Operation Topic Attack.
All right, this Topic Attack. I know we talk about Steam way too much for our own good. I guess you could call us fanboys.
We really don't mean to, but they just keep coming up with all kinds of amazing stuff, and we have to talk about it.
Oh yeah. Well, Steam just came out with this past week, Steam Big Picture. Now, a lot of you are like, "What the heck is that, Steam?" Or Valve or whatever. And I was wondering that to myself, and they're kind of giving you a console experience on your TV with your computer. Now, Chris, you got to try it out, didn't you?
Yeah, I messed with the beta that's out right now. You just opt into it and get in there. But I tried it out a little bit. It kind of reminds me of the Xbox 360 dashboard.
It does, with its own little taste of, Valve touch to it, I guess. Now, I was really excited. When did they put this news out? What was it last?
It was earlier this week, I believe. It was like Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah. I was like, I remember I was just like glued to my screen waiting for them to post out the beta, and they're like, just opt into the beta from your Steam settings up in the properties.
Yeah.
And when you do that, in the right-hand corner, this little thing says Big Picture. And it's like this little blow-up thing that you click. And all of a sudden, your computer screen turns into this really nice... How do I explain it? It's like an Xbox dashboard mixed in with the current Steam things. It says community games. What else it had on there? Like it was...
community game store.
Yeah, the store was on there, and you can pretty much do everything from your couch. They're not saying necessarily use a controller for it, but they're recommending do that. You can use an Xbox controller. I think it was a Logitech. There's some kind of Logitech controller that you might want to use too.
Yeah.
If you don't like Xbox. And you basically can hook your computer up to your TV or your monitor on your computer. Either way, you can do it. And you can sit back and lounge on the couch, or you can just enjoy their new UI they kind of did with it, which is pretty cool.
You can still use, like, if you had a wireless keyboard and mouse, you can still use that and it'll work just fine. But they're really trying to go for the console feel that you have, like an Xbox or PlayStation. They want you to be able to chill out on the couch in the living room and be able to still play your Steam games.
A lot of the Steam community has been kind of giving it a negative response. They're like, "Oh, we don't use controllers. We just use keyboard and mouse." Even if you had like some kind of setup on your couch where you're kind of get to sit down and have your 60-inch TV, you can have a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse and just kind of chill and play video games on your couch, which is pretty cool. Or you can like get Xbox's wireless adapter for their wireless controllers, or a wired controller and plug it in and just kind of sit back and play. And then I haven't tried that yet, but I did try it out on my monitor, and it was actually pretty cool. Like, navigation's pretty good. There's a few little minor bugs that just don't work correctly. It just wasn't loading some of the things like I wanted it to, like the normal Steam store.
Yeah.
Community was pretty easy to navigate. They actually have, you can click your chat line. You can press, I think, select on the controller, and you can start up a chat line with your friends, just like Xbox and everything. It's pretty cool.
Did you try out the little keyboard they have with it that's tailored towards the controller?
Yes, I did try that out. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that, this kind of thing hasn't appeared on the normal consoles yet, because it's really, it's a lot more intuitive than having the whole, QWERTY keyboard pop up on your screen and having to go through the whole thing. And like, it seems like you can type things pretty quickly the way they have it on Steam.
It's a gigantic circle. Let me try to explain it. It's a gigantic circle with, your ABCs all the way through Z, plus numbers and, pretty much your whole keyboard on this gigantic circle. And basically what you do is you scroll to the section. It's like done in sections that you want to type. Like,
it kind of looks like flowers with petals.
Yeah. There we go. And on the controller, like say you have an Xbox controller, you got what the Y, B, X, and A, right?
Yeah.
You use those to select what letter you want, and then you can kind of like easily just move over, move your thumb over down the little wheel and pick what letters you need. So fast typing, instead of just pecking out every single letter, like on Xbox's keyboard, it sucks. It really does.
Yeah.
It's like the worst keyboard I've ever used. Same thing with PlayStation. Now you can still, if you really want to, which I would recommend it, hooking up a Bluetooth keyboard or something up to your TV if you're going to lounge. Or you can just use your regular keyboard and mouse. And it's cool because the keyboard, like once you start typing on the keyboard, it automatically transfers over, like you don't have a controller hooked up anymore.
Yeah.
And if you want to use your controller, it takes away the keyboard, So, I don't know, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think that this may be Valve kind of testing the waters on how a console experience through Steam would kind of work out. And because they've said for the past few weeks that they're pretty dissatisfied with the way consoles are kind of moving these days. Right. And they kind of want to break into the console game and, try to make things better.
Which is a big possibility. I mean, this is basically just software for their console if they ever make one.
Yeah.
Or a dedicated OS, actually. That's what I'm speculating they're trying to do, is trying to do something for an OS unit. Like either it's a gaming OS or it's an actual computer OS, because like recently they said something about dipping into the app market as well on Steam.
Yeah, they're trying to go things outside of gaming.
So it makes me really wonder what they're doing. I mean, if they created a Steam OS for gaming, majority of gaming and plus some extra things, I would buy it and I would load my computer with it.
Definitely.
Maybe if it's Linux based. I mean, Gabe Newell did talk about putting what they said the first game they're going to put on is, I think, Left 4 Dead or CSGO or something as their first Linux game. And I'm wondering if they're heading into that direction to maybe a Linux-based system that could run a lot of these games. Now they'd have to get all these developers on the ball with them too. So we'll see. Thoughts of improvement so far? There's a few. Like I said, there was some. Man, there was just some little glitches that were keeping me from enjoying the full experience. I think.
Yeah.
A little bit of lag delays every once in a while. The keyboard worked fine, like we talked about, but like I think loading into profiles and looking at pictures was a little bit difficult to do. The pictures loaded faster than the actual Steam client. Did you look at that at all?
Yeah, I went through for about 5 minutes and looked at it. It seemed like it was working fine for me. I didn't really see any issues with it, but I think you had a lot more. I think you dealt with it a lot more.
Yeah, I spent a good 30 minutes kind of like looking at everything, but it's pretty cool. Try it out. It's a free beta right now. You don't need to do anything except go into your preference settings or whatever, but
yeah.
I'm also going to kind of speculate. Maybe Steam's also kind of going with maybe a stream cloud like a lot of the other people are doing, like Ouya and On Live and some of the other ones like that. Possibility of doing that would be really cool. I'm actually would love to see a streaming service brought to Steam itself. That way, if you don't have the hardware, you can still play their games.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense, because I think their main problem with the console market today is that like they're all very locked down and it's not open source. Like I think they've been praising the Ouya a whole lot because of how open it is for like mods and what have you. So that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Alan's Tech Corner.
All right, so here's something kind of funny. The Cray family in Lacombe, Alberta, up in Canada, for their annual corn maze that they do every year, they designed a giant functioning QR code. That's those weird little square things that you scan with your phone and like an ad or whatever will pop up. It's just ridiculous. Like it covers over 7 acres and like it's about 95,000 square feet. And Guinness has named it the largest functioning QR code in the world.
That's insane.
Yeah, it actually works. You'll have to, of course, be like up in a helicopter or something to be able to scan it. But they went up and tested it, and it works.
Oh, wow.
It sends you to a link to their farm.
Do they have any like video feed or anything like that?
There is on the edmonton.ctvnews.ca. They have it's in their Canadian news station, so there's a video about it.
Next up, now we're kind of going bionic on this discussion. There's a new prosthetic hand. This was a Bionic.
Bionic.
Bionic. And Chris, you read a little bit about this, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. It's I think we're getting closer and closer to those, Luke Skywalker robot hands.
I want one.
I actually want to kind of chop off my hand today and go get one.
Don't do it. Well, anyways, this hand is supposed to be pretty much fully robotic, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you can get one for a really steep price. It's $25,000 to $35,000, depending on your configuration. So there's different ways you can actually, I guess, different functions it does or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's all the same functions. Maybe it's custom jobs on it, how it feels and whatnot.
Yeah, this is actually like the third version of this particular hand, and it's, of course, stronger and it's more durable. It's got improved electronics and stuff from the other versions. But the grip strength has improved from the previous one of 16.8 pounds to 31.5 pounds.
Holy crap.
So you can grip a lot tighter with it. And you can hold up to 99 pounds with the new one. And the old one was, I believe it was like 70.5.
Yeah, 75 or 70.5, yeah. And then you can order it in camouflage colors or realistic silicone cover, like a standard hand. Yeah. Honestly, would love a chrome one if I ever got my hand chopped off. But this would really help prosthetics in the future, or actually now. Have they actually put it on anybody yet?
I don't know if they've actually put it on anyone just yet, but I think it's. I think it was just released pretty recently, so I'm sure somebody's got one.
Well, the previous two models, I'm sure they did, but I don't see them. If they have already had to spend $25,000 on a new hand, So
yeah.
I mean, that's awesome news. Now, next up, the first successful implanted bionic eye was just implanted in Australia recently.
Yeah, it was a 54-year-old person with retinitis pigmentosa. Basically, she can't see very well, obviously, but she just had this implant done in May this year, and last month they just switched it on, and she can see flashes of light anytime the implant is stimulated. So eventually they're going to be able to make it to where she can actually see with it.
That's going to be remarkable. I mean, if we can get it to see color or an image, to our brain, that would be fantastic.
Right.
I mean, we're almost dipping into futuristic stuff we could never dream of, but it's happening. It's actually really happening. This is insane.
Down for another Tears review.
All right, so I've got a couple of games that I'm reviewing today. First one I want to talk about is Super Hexagon. It's a new game from Terry Kavanagh, who made V. It's yeah, if you want to pronounce it that way. I think that he actually was in an interview recently. Like, they actually asked him, how do you pronounce this game? And he says he pronounces it V, but he likes to hear other weird pronunciations as well. But anyway, just like V, this game is like balls hard, and it requires perfect reflexes. You have a small triangle that you control, and basically the object of the game is you just survive as long as you can while the walls are closing in on you, and the whole thing is spinning in crazy directions. It kind of, I can see people getting sick if they get motion sickness. They probably won't want to play the game, but it's really fun. Huh. But tapping the right side of the screen moves your triangle clockwise, and then tapping the left goes counterclockwise. And the first few tries, I survived probably 5 seconds. It's not very long at all. But my current record is 52 seconds.
52 seconds now, huh?
Yeah, and even that doesn't really sound like a long time. But if you think of it like with bull riders, like the pros can stay on a bull for about 18 seconds, and that's like a really long time for them. So it's kind of think of it like bull riding.
On a scale to 1 to 10, how hard do you think this game is?
Let's see. Probably a 9. It's pretty hard, but the thing is, like, the really unforgiving difficulty and really short rounds, it makes the game really addicting. It's the kind of game you play on the toilet and you're like, oh, just one more game, and then before you know it, your legs are asleep because you've been on the toilet for 45 minutes.
Did this happen, Chris? Oh man. or you could play it on the bus or on the go, but Chris chooses to play it in the toilet and almost, locking his knees out.
I'm just saying, it really sucks you in, and it's really addicting. But right now it's the launch sale, because it just came out earlier this week, I believe. But right now it's 99 cents on the App Store, but once that sale ends, it's going to go up to $2.99. So go ahead and grab it now while it's cheap.
Do you know if it's for Android as well?
It's not on Android yet. It's only on iOS for now, but he is wanting to make a version for Android and then PC and Mac as well. And maybe even for the BlackBerry Playbook, because one of his friends has one of those.
I actually wouldn't mind playing it on like a mouse or something. I think it might be a little bit easier.
Yeah, it's actually a remake of a game that he made on some other thing. It was just Hexagon, but it's like a updated, like tighter version of it, I guess. But the sales have been really well. So
the video I watched was insane. It kind of made me feel a little nauseous, and I never get nauseous at video games. But I mean, don't let that stray away. It's, like Chris said, it's very addicting and fun.
It really is.
So probably just gets time to get used to it, I guess.
Yeah. So next up is Drakerider. Now, Square Enix quietly released this game last week, I believe, and I saw the first chapter was free, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Mm-hmm. And it's actually a really fun game. Like, the controls are what really stood out for me. So instead of having a standard virtual joystick in one spot that's just taking up screen space, it appears wherever you touch on the screen. Yeah, I found it was a lot easier to move using my right thumb, unlike a traditional game controller where you naturally use your left thumb, of course. And it kind of feels like on Diablo, where you kind of hold down the mouse button and just move wherever you want to go.
Right.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
So the combat plays out automatically, but you have chains on the bottom of the screen and a bar on the top that controls which skills your dragon uses on your turn. And the needle on the bar drifts over to the red area on the right of it. It'll send the dragon into a berserker mode. And I've not seen this happen yet, but the game tells you that you don't want it. So
now it's pretty much just like an RPG, right?
Yes, it's an RPG. It's kind of like Xenogears, but with a dragon instead of a mech.
Yeah, I looked at it a little bit. The graphics look awesome on it, and it is fully voice acted in Japanese.
So moving the chains with your finger controls the needle on the bar. So if you're moving it all the way to the left, it'll activate your healing and your defense skills. And then there's the two segments in between where you have your normal and your quick attacks. And leveling up seems to be like a direct copy of Final Fantasy X Sphere Grid, but I suppose, it's Square Enix, so that's fine. But
now you've only played the first chapter, right?
yeah, I've only played the first chapter, but I can kind of see it going on sale, and I'll probably pick it up. Like I said, the first chapter is free, but you will have to buy the other chapters, and you can get them separately for $6.99 a piece, or you can get the whole package for $20.99.
20 seems a little. It seems a little, good compared to $6.99 a chapter. I guess like you pay 20 and you get everything. That's not too bad.
Still, though, for an iOS game, like Infinity Blade is usually about $6 or $7, and so it's a bit steep. But Square has been known to put their games on sale from time to time. I think you picked up. Was it Chaos Ring or
Chaos Rings?
Chaos
Rings.
And it was for like $7 when you got it.
I think I got it for $7. It's originally $20, but that game's actually pretty long. I still haven't beat it, but it's a decent amount of hours onto it. So
yeah, these are definitely like full length, standard RPGs. So you kind of get your money's worth compared to, an Xbox game or a PS3 game that costs $60 and might not even be that good.
Right.
But if the price is too high, I'd recommend just waiting for a price drop.
GES News.
All right, Steam Greenlight. I'm sorry we're talking about Steam so much, but we love them, and if you don't love them, I'm sorry, you need to love them.
Love them.
Love them. Well, Steam Greenlight, we talked about this a few podcasts ago. Last podcast we kind of announced a little bit, but the first 10 games that were on Greenlight that got fully recommended by the whole public and everything, we got a list for you guys. And so far, released today with the podcast is Black Mesa, Cry of Fear, Dream, Heroes and Generals.
And there's also Kenshi, McPixel, No More Room in Hell, Project Zomboid, which I'm incredibly excited for, Routine, and Towns.
Oh, man. Black Mesa is what I'm looking for. I'm going to play it so much tomorrow.
Yeah, those of you who don't know, Black Mesa is like a ground-up remake of the first Half-Life using the Source engine.
Right. And it's going to be awesome. So check it out and check out Greenlight. Vote on your favorite indie games or mods or whatever. I mean, it will get picked and you will be able to download it on Steam eventually. So,
yep.
Cool. XCOM Enemy Unknown, scheduled to come out October 9th this year. It has a pre-order bonus, and it comes in 3 waves. The first wave is Elite Soldier Pack, and the next wave is exclusive XCOM TF2 items. And I think they've gotten to this one, maybe not. It's pretty much how many people pre-order it, you get to unlock these. But either way, you get 3 items when you pre-order this game. You get a free copy of Civilization 5. Now, XCOM Enemy Unknown is made by the same developers that made Civilization, so you kind of know what to expect. It's going to be that strategy type game. If anybody that's played the old XCOM games, you'll realize how awesome that game is too.
Now, this is different from the first-person shooter that's coming out?
Yes, completely different. This one is a complete RTS type game like the original ones. So,
well, that's cool. I know a lot of people were mad about when the other XCOM game was announced and it was first-person shooter. A lot of people were mad, I think.
Yeah, apparently that one got pushed back, so I don't know when that's coming out.
Yeah. So Borderlands 2 is dropping on September 18th, but if you want to plan out your skill tree, you can. Just go to borderlands2.com and you can mess with the skill trees for all the characters and kind of get your stuff ready before the game comes out.
Right, which seems a little silly, but it's cool.
Something to play with.
Yeah. Terraria is going to come to consoles early 2013, and we don't have much more information except they're supposed to be adding some extra things to it. And a lot of people's concerns right now are, how are you going to control it with a controller?
Is that really a concern? Because it seems pretty straightforward.
Yes, with the public or the community of Terraria, they're nonstop. People are saying, how are we going to control this with the controller? Apparently. So, I don't know.
Well, the Final Fantasy VII fans clamoring for a remake. It's finally happened, but not quite in the way that you might be expecting. It's been completely remade in Little Big Planet 2.
Oh, I watched it. It was so fun. I watched a
man.
video. I didn't download it yet, but
Yeah.
oh man, it was hilarious.
Yeah, but this is a complete remake. All the dialogue, all the music, the bosses, everything. It's completely redone, and it's over 20 levels, I believe, for the game. And I think it took the person like 6 months to do the whole thing. It's crazy.
Props for the person that did that on Little Big Planet. They spent a lot of time on it. So download it. Just type in. It's just called Final Fantasy VII. Search it on Little Big Planet. You'll find it. You'll find it and see that it has a bunch of levels you can play.
Yep.
All right. Well, Alan would actually be really surprised to see this, and you'd probably pick it up. I know I want to get one once it comes available to Americans. The special edition of Alan Turing Monopoly board is going to be coming out in the UK for €29.99, or that's pretty much like $48 our money. So it's going to be coming out in November at what's it, Belcherley Park or something? I think I butchered that. Belcherley Park. There we go. Well, and there's no word of it coming to America right now, but I mean, come on, Alan Turing Monopoly board. I know Alan would be like, "Wow, we got to get that. We got to play it. It's going to be awesome."
It's kind of funny because the board is like a replica of like a hand-drawn board that they made. Like they're like the family who I guess worked with Alan Turing or something.
Yeah.
So
pretty cool.
It's kind of
pretty
funny.
Cool stuff. All right. Oh, we got so much tech news for you guys this week. Oh, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. It's so crazy. All right. Well, first off, the new Kindle Fire HD. We got some, we got some release dates, and we got some prices for you. Well, the 7-inch, which is a 16 gigabyte, is going to be priced at $199, or 32 gigabyte at $249. Now, it's pretty much similar to the regular Kindle Fire, but it's supposed to have a bunch of bells and whistles and new OS and everything. But that comes out today, right now. So if you like Kindle, buy it. All right, next up. November 20th, the other Kindles are coming out, the bigger models. So the 8.9-inch 4G 32 gigabyte is going to be $499, or 64 gigabyte at $599. Now that's supposed to be competing with Apple a little bit. Now it's a little bit smaller, but it's supposed to be pretty competitive with what Apple's doing with the iPad. And then the next version, kind of like what Apple did, it was they made a Wi-Fi version, 8.9-inch, and it's 64 gigabytes for $299, or 32 gigabyte for $369. And again, that's going to be out on November 20th.
Yeah, my wife actually just sold her Nook today, and I think she's actually trying to get the Kindle Fire HD, the probably the 16 gig Wi-Fi model there.
Yeah, the what's it called, the 7-inch?
The 8.9-inch.
Oh, okay. Well, that's 32 gigabyte. Or no, yeah, I gotcha. Cool. All right. Well, Apple had their press conference recently, and of course, you already know it. New iPhone. The new iPhone's going to be starting at $199 and up. You probably already know the prices if you ever follow Apple. You can pre-order now. And it's going to be released September 21st. So if you want a new iPhone, go for it.
Now, the $199 comes with a 2-year subscription. Just be aware of that. Like, if you're buying it by itself, how much was it? I think it was like another $600, like the other one.
Probably like $500, just like, without buying a phone on a contract.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 2-year contract, $199 and up. So, and then also Apple released iPods. Well, they're going to be releasing them in October. No release date on them yet. It's just October. And the iPod Touch is going to be at $199.
We got the iPod Nano for $149 and another iPod Shuffle for $49.
Now, they did a pretty good job with the conference, but it was kind of cheesy on some parts. If you followed the message boards and everything like that. But they came out with these new earbuds called Earpods. Apple. I love you, Apple, but earpods, really?
Uh,
Well, anyways, it's supposed to have better quality than the original, the current earbuds that they have. So we'll see.
I hope they stay in better because the ones that they have now, that like I have problems with them falling out of my ears all the time.
Yeah, that's what they were kind of saying. Maybe these ones might actually stay in better because they're shaped like a pod. Also, a 8-pin lightning connector. That's what it's called. It's a smaller Apple connector that's going to replace your current one. Don't worry, you can buy a converter or something like that for a standard connection, I guess, for your iPad, your older iPad and iPhones and stuff like that.
Yeah, all of your iHomes and all your other peripherals that you still use the 30-pin connector, you can still use them if you don't want to deal with the 8-pin.
Right. And then iTunes is going to have a big update in October for PC and Mac. And it's also going to be supposed to take note of what's it called? It's supposed to kind of look like a lot of the applications that you get on your iPad or iPhone and everything like that. So they're kind of redoing the UI, and they're also going to be adding integrated iCloud. So I'm guessing you're going to be able to stream your videos that you buy or movies to your Mac or your Windows PC.
Yeah. Something I'm pretty excited about. iOS 6 is coming out September 19th.
Oh, yeah. It's supposed to add a bunch of new features. You guys can look up that on apple.com. I'm not going to spend time discussing all the different specs because they added a lot of stuff. So
yeah, Apple fans already know what's coming. So
yep. Big news. Really big news that I'm excited for. How about you, Chris? Are you excited for this?
Oh, yeah. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Guess what? Nintendo. They're back. And they made a console called the Wii U. Oh, wait. I'm not trying to mock it. I'm actually very excited about this.
Release date's been announced. It's November 18th this year. And they got prices as well. They got a basic set for $300 and the deluxe for $350. The $350, I think, is like a 32 gig. And it comes with the Nintendo Land they were talking about at E3.
Mm-hmm. Also, a premium membership to their Nintendo Club or something that's supposed to give you discounts. I guess it's kind of like PlayStation Plus.
Right. Also, it's black. The basic one's white, and it doesn't come with Nintendo Land.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, the basic one, you can't get black one, sorry. And the basic has 8 gigabytes in it of storage. You can also upgrade it with, what's it called? Little memory cards that you can buy, like, I guess, the SanDisk or whatever. And also you can put a hard drive on it, external hard drive if you want, USB. It's supposed to come with the Wii console, the Wii U gamepad, the AC adapter, a high-speed HDMI cable, and a Wii U sensor bar, and everything's white. The HDMI is pretty cool. Now, the Xbox and PlayStation 3, they still don't include a HDMI cable for some reason. So I don't think so. The deluxe set is going to be 32 gigabytes, and it's going to have everything that I just listed for the basic set, plus extra memory. So, and also it's going to have a gamepad charging cradle and a gamepad / console stand. So it kind of gives you a little bit of extras, plus the premium stuff, and also Nintendo Land, like Chris said. So
I'm probably going to get the deluxe set because, well, of course, the more space and everything, but also my other consoles, my Xbox, my PS3, they're both black. So kind of wanted to match.
Yeah, definitely. I already pre-ordered. It was I went out when I heard about you could pre-order and get it. I was like, okay, deluxe, getting it. Mario U, Mario Brothers U. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm pretty sure. What was it, like $25 to go ahead and pre-order?
25 at GameStop, I believe. I don't know what Best Buy's prices are for pre-orders and stuff like that, but 25 if you're a GameStop member, I guess, and then 50 if you're not and you don't have their card, which it's a free upgrade, to get a discount membership thing, whatever. So that's GameStop stuff. I don't know, whatever. But they also announced that Nintendo TV or whatever TV Nintendo TV. It's going to be basically a kind of like a media box like Apple TV or your Xbox and your PlayStation that have all the, Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, all those cool stuff.
Right.
You can also switch and record your live TV, not with the console, but with your, your what's it called?
DVR.
Yeah, you can record your DVR stuff on Nintendo and select stuff, and you can control your TV with the Wii pad and all this other cool stuff.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. On Nintendo's site, they have all the videos. It's pretty awesome. So, also they announced, and this is an exclusive for Nintendo, and now a lot of you people that have played this before can probably be a little upset, but Bayonetta 2 is going to be an exclusive Wii U game.
Wow.
And they showed a trailer, and it looked really cool.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yep.
They just announced Bayonetta 2 today? Or?
Yes, they did. On Nintendo exclusive.
Wow.
Now, Project P, we talked about this in our E3. It was called Project P, and I was actually very excited for it, and we all were actually. They actually gave it a name now. It's called the Wonderful 101. So, yes.
That's funny.
And then they also did announce that Monster Hunter 3 is going to be on the 3DS, of course, which has already been a well-known fact, but it's also going to be on the Wii U with all new enhanced graphics and everything. So it's not going to be a port. It's going to be a complete new game, Monster Hunter.
Online multiplayer?
Yes. Yes. That's all I got. So check out all their videos. It's pretty cool. Just go to nintendo.com and select the Wii U, and hopefully we'll be seeing you on the Wii U network. So
are those all launch titles, or are they just announced they're coming out for
no clarification whether they're launch titles, but they are going to come out with Mario on launch, and I think Zombie and some of the other ones. So all right, weekend plans. Oh man, I don't know what I'm doing this weekend.
Yeah, I'm still playing Guild Wars, probably.
Guild Wars. Yeah, I'll probably play some Guild Wars. I also might watch some Twin Peaks. I love that show.
Yeah, my wife and I are catching up on Mad Men, too, so we'll probably be doing that as well.
Mad Men. Don't watch Mad Men. Watch Twin Peaks. It's so old. It's awesome. Well, that's the end of our show. You can follow us on Twitter. Mine's mbufftes.
I'm at cstewtes.
You also can look for us on Facebook, and iTunes, and Steam. We got a Steam group. Join it. You know, we just talked about in our last episode all that cool stuff. So
post on our forums.
Yes. Be the first, other than us. Also on Guild Wars, if you want to join our guild, I have a Technical Earth Syndicate guild now. So
yeah, we're on the Isle of Janthier server.
Mm-hmm. Join us. And you can join our guild on any server too, I believe. So, yeah. Thanks everyone for listening. We'll see you next time. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Emerald Coast Productions, and also to Eddie Vincent, I guess, for taking over our studio earlier today. So make sure you check out his podcast, Eddie Vincent's Zombie Lounge. It's going to be one heck of a ride. Until next time, Technical Earth Syndicate signing out.